So, beginning of this dream, okay? I'm at a frat party, and some guy asked me to dance. And it felt real, okay? This is like a vividly real dream. It felt like I was actually at a party dancing. And then I wrapped my hands around this guy's neck to dance with him, and I knew immediately it was a dream because I was a white woman. My hands were white, and I'm like, well, that's a dream because I know that I'm black. So I'm dancing with this guy, and we're dancing, and everyone's having fun. Like, there's a lot of like background noise. Everything's going great. And then, do you guys watch the live action Scooby-Doo movie? The one where everyone was turning into the hairless dog monsters? Well, yeah, the hairless dog monster breaks through the window. The bay window starts fucking wrecking the place. They start biting people. People are getting bit by the dogs and they're turning into the dogs like werewolves or something, okay? But then I notice that some people who get bit by the dogs aren't turning into dogs. They're not turning into dogs. And when that happens, the dog just ripped them apart, bro. Just ripped this boy apart in front of us. The guy that I'm dancing with is like, we gotta go, grabs my hand, pulls me out of the frat party. We all pile into this smart car. There's 7 of us piling into this smart car like goddamn clowns. We're driving in the city. The dogs, it's like the apocalypse. The dogs are everywhere. They're jumping people. They're biting people. People are turning into dogs. Biting other people. If the people don't turn to dogs, immediately torn to shreds, blood. Torn to shreds. But then I'm noticing this guy in the background just watching stuff, and the dogs aren't like touching him, and it's almost like no one else can see him but me. And okay, this is what the guy looks like. The guy looked like Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
That's right, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
But taller, no beard. But he had that white top hat and a white suit, walking around in these glowing eyes, yellow glowing eyes, and he's just looking around watching. But the dogs aren't noticing him, and nobody else is noticing him. I'm like, huh, that's weird. So we're driving around this smart car. We see this black guy. He's like, come here, like over here. He piles us into his diner where he's hoarding survivors, and he's like, it's the rapture. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's dying. Everyone's turning into these dogs, and if they're not, they're getting ripped apart. And I was like, yeah. And did you see fucking Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome? And they're like, what the are you talking about? I didn't see no guy in white walking around. Nobody is seeing the guy that I'm seeing. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. So we're in this diner for a couple days, but we start running out of supplies. And bro's like, guys, we need the Doomsdale Dimmadome. Yes, the Dimmadome, the home of the Doomsdale Dimmadome. Bro, it gets even wilder than this, bro. So the guy's like, listen, like, I didn't restock the diner, like we have to go out and get supplies, so like I need volunteers to go out and get supplies. And I'm like, okay, I volunteer to go out and get supplies. So it's me and this group, and we split up like the Scooby gang to get supplies. And then I run in to Doug Dimmadale, owner of the Doomsdale Dimmadome, and I'm like, what the and he's like, you come here. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, and the dogs aren't attacking me, like they're just looking at me, right? They're just looking at me weird. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like I need to speak to you. And then bro does this, grabs the bottom of his neck and digs his nails into the neck. Blood is spurting everywhere. And I'm like, what the? He grabs his neck, rips his face off.
Bruh.
And it's like he's ripping a real human face off. Like, there's blood and like stuff flying everywhere. I don't know what the hell I'm watching. Bro is just ripping his head off like a mask. Guess who's under the mask? Scrappy Doo, bro! It's Scrappy Doo and the guy!
Correction! The new improved Scrappy!
Okay, so Scrappy Doo just pops out of this guy's body. The guy's body hits the ground. He's dead, bro. Like, the guy was a real man. Scrappy's just living in there, piloting a human body like a mech suit. Rips the guy's head off. The little dog jumps out, okay? The little dog, Scrappy Doo, mini tiny Scooby-Doo jumps out. And he goes, canonically, I'm the devil, and this is my rapture. But I knew that I couldn't beat God at the Holy War, so I started my rapture early, and I'm turning all the sinners into dogs, and all the Christians, I'm just killing them. So then the people getting bit and turning into dogs are sinners, and the Christians are getting ripped apart because he's like, God can't win the Holy War. I have to win. And I'm like, no, you gotta stop. Like, this is ridiculous. You're doing too much. And he's like, fine, I'll end it, but I need a pure sacrifice. And I'm like, what the hell's a pure sacrifice? And he's like, you're the pure sacrifice. You have to sacrifice yourself and I'll end it. And I'm like, I gotta think about that. So I went back to the, I was like, that makes sense. So I go back to the diner and I'm like, guys, I fucking found the guy in white. He's real. He says he's the devil. did not tell him he was Scrappy-Doo, bro, because they was gonna think I was crazy. I was like, okay, he says he's a devil, and he says he's doing the rapture, but if I give him a pure sacrifice, like, he's gonna end it. What should I do? And they're all looking at me like, are you fucking stupid? Sacrifice. And I'm like, okay, but I'm the sacrifice. And they're like, you're one person. This is a whole fucking world, bro. You gotta do the sacrifice. So then I'm like, oh, okay. So then I go back outside. I go back outside, and I'm like, okay, Scrappy, like, I'll do it. I'll sacrifice myself, like, so that you can end it. And he's like, good. So then he slits my throat. I'm not dead yet though, so my throat is slit. Blood is gushing everywhere, but I'm still alive and like I'm still like cognizant or whatever the word is. And the blood is dripping, and I'm like going like this. I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking like, okay, at least everyone's gonna be safe. Tell me why Scrappy-Doo goes, ha, psych, I'm ending it. Snaps his finger, pan out to the earth, the whole earth explodes. And then I woke up, and that was my dream. Canonically, Scrappy-Doo is the devil.